Kick off your boots, get cozy, and join the chat. This is Boot Buddies.
Welcome to Boot Buddies.
Hello.
And this is our Boot Buddy mascot, Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow. What are we on? Episode 5?
We're on episode 5 we're going to watch today. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe before you continue. So let's get into this
please.
episode.
All right, press play.
Oh, Cameo Day. That's always such a fun day.
Wait, but this was before they called the team.
This is true.
So this
This
is
is
not
true.
the right order,
This is not the right order.
folks. This was before some of the girls got cut. I think.
Okay, see, I'm remembering rookie year. I am not remembering last year at all. The walk is always so funny.
Yeah. I think it was after this palm photo that I had like PTSD about the taking more photos.
Yeah.
It was the lean back transition shot for me.
And they never use those palm photos.
No, they don't.
You'll have it for the rest of your life.
It would be helpful to actually see your photos. Like, they don't do this with everybody.
Mm-mm.
Like, I would have loved to see mine so I can correct it. I think we're all such visual people. It's great
Yeah.
to see them.
I saw a few my rookie year. I didn't see any my second. Preach.
Yeah. She looks so good. This makeup,
Yeah.
fire. Cameo Day is hilarious because you don't want to eat or drink anything that's going to upset your stomach. Depending on your time, you are really trying to like do everything you can.
To not eat.
To not
I
eat.
don't eat it all that day.
No.
Until the photo's taken, don't eat a thing.
I think I like
Me.
bring a bagel and I just like pick at the one bagel.
You eat bread. Wow.
Bread is like one thing that doesn't upset my stomach.
If I do anything, I do like berries, blueberries, strawberries.
But I think berries have fiber, and sometimes the fiber like starts to move my digestive system, versus like little bits of bread. And cucumbers. I think I brought cucumbers and bread. That's what I brought.
Gotcha. I usually have a smooth move tea the night before.
Smooth move tea. I like that.
Get everything out of there. That way it's nice and flat.
Uh-huh. I do drink less water leading up to cameos.
Yeah.
Some of the photos we take like with our Aggie rings, and I would love to have some of those, you know.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, interesting. Oh, there's ours being put up. Mine being put up.
We can buy it in a year.
I will be buying it.
I will be buying this one too.
They should replace those photos right there.
Yeah, they need to.
It's time.
So this is Meet the Team.
This was a rough one.
Oh. What did not happen at Meet the Team is the question. Yeah, Meet the Team was a lot. Because before Meet the Team, we did a lot of beauty shots, is what they were called for
They were not. They
Netflix.
were very athletic shots.
It was us doing
It could have been
Thunder
at the Olympics.
4 times in a row
It was,
without
4.
breaks, with the drone footage, and then us doing the kick line. I think we did 10 jump splits in a row.
it was intense.
10.
It was intense.
Emotions were high.
That sucked, yeah. But I mean, and then for it to only be used very scarcely throughout these clips.
Did you even see that footage? Because I only saw like 5 seconds of it.
I mean, I think that's all. I think anytime you see us like kicking stuff, I think it's just those little in between. But no, you don't notice them really. You don't notice them.
Yeah, because we did that. Then we did the kick line 10 times with jump splits. And then 2 hours later, we did an entire
All over again.
game day run through with no breaks. We were so tired. By the end of Meet the Team, I could barely lift my arm.
I didn't care.
So tired.
My mom's here. She's already proud of me.
So tired.
She's already proud of me. I'll do my best. I think, yeah. I was just doing whatever I had to give, I was giving it. And when I was on the other side of the field, I was not giving a thing. It was hard. It was very hard. Expecting so much from dancers without a break, without
Fueling.
fueling, that word, fueling. And the thing is, I really cannot stand poor time management and lack of planning. Because if you want to get a shot of the jump split, say, okay, these are the camera angles we have to get, and this is what we're going to do. I went up to one of the directors and I said, when you guys filmed Cheer,
I think you and I were staying there.
yeah, I said, did you know their routine? And I said, because how did you, I said, like, we're doing this over and over again, but what they're doing, throwing each other in the air, these hard flips over and over again, I feel like that's hard to repeat over and over. Like, how did you capture that? And they're like, oh, we had people
Study their routines.
Study their routine. I'm like, we have
We
one
said, well,
major
Thunder is
dance.
online.
Thunder is everywhere
look
everywhere on the internet, and we have one major dance, and that's it. And it hasn't changed for what? Maybe like 8 years.
I do remember that conversation.
And obviously, I was very sweet and kind speaking to her, but I was like, oh well, maybe next time someone should know this routine as well, so that this is not happening to us.
I specifically remember being slightly concerned about the drone because remember when we filmed that little thing with Marshmallow?
Yeah.
One of the drones, they flew in between our legs, and I got nixed in the leg by one of the drone shots. It like fell over and hit some other girls in the legs. Since that day, the drones scare me a little bit because you just never know. Like as dancers, unless you know where I'm stepping, how do you know my foot is going over there when you're flying that drone? Like it's just hard. So I remember asking the drone guy, so are you like, do you know what's coming? Like, where are you flying the drone? Because we were standing there just talking, waiting to go into like another run of Thunder. And he goes, I do drone footage for a lot of the Netflix documentaries.
Yeah, I didn't ask you that, sir.
And I was like, okay, how many of them are dance documentaries?
How many times have you feeling thunderstruck with us moving?
Yeah, don't worry. Like, we will never, I think he said literally, I will never like touch or hit anybody. We got this. Fast forward to the kick line. They decide to fly the drone.
I think it's so dumb that you even had the idea to fly through the kick line. So incredibly dumb.
It's not smart. It is not smart. We're doing the kick line, and they choose to try and fly the drone through our heads. Maybe that works with football players who are in helmets. But when you have women with their hair down and we're down like this, and then the next thing we do is come up with our hair like that, and you decide to fly the drone, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, not only that, with football players, that's not happening. The one camera that's flying around is connected to those wires on the side, all the way up, way up above their heads, and it's going on like a steady track.
That was a traumatic experience for the two girls that got hit in the head.
No, for sure. I mean, and I also think that they handled that so well.
The girls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The girls did not cry, held it all in, and continued to do the kick line with the matted drone in the hair.
I would have been so PO'd.
And
so PO'd.
They made us continue doing the kick line.
We did. We went into American Woman.
While the drone was still in her hair. I was so mad for her. How are we not stopping? How has that, like, that, if that would have happened in my team, that would have been it. I've been like, shut it all down. No more. We gotta go take care of this.
We still continue filming.
We still continued doing the kick line, I think 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, filming. Yeah.
While the drone was still like attached to the hair.
Honestly, go her, because I would have been like, Mama, I'm canceling it.
I would have been like, I'm so sorry. However, I need to figure out if I need to go shave my head.
I need to go home. Mentally, I need to go home. See you guys at the first game. I've rehearsed it now 15 times. I think I got it. I'll see you at the next game.
Yeah.
When there's not a device in my hair.
Literally a group of us sitting in the bathroom with all the things we could find on hand, trying to get that drone
You guys
out.
did great. Her hair looked good afterwards, too. She lost a lot of it, but it looked great.
we're trying to support a teammate and do everything that we can to dissolve the situation. And here we are, get like a 10-minute call, like, hey ladies, we gotta go out there. And I remember after we got her hair, we wetted it, we rebrushed it, we recurled it. There's like
she took a
five
shower,
curls going on at the same time, and someone's blow drying. It was like an assembly line. Someone's blow drying, someone's brushing, someone's curling to get it all ready. Someone's dressing.
Yeah, that was
meet
an
the team.
extremely long day.
That was a really
I mean,
long
it didn't
day.
end happily and whatnot, you know. I think it's always great to see your family, and it ended up being
Thank
a good
God
time.
family's
But it
forgiving.
started off very rough. And Marissa got proposed to, so that was very sweet.
She did get proposed to. Proposal was so sweet.
Aww.
It's rare that you have sisters on the team. That's awesome.
Let me hold you. Hold me. Oh, this is my group.
That is you. Okay, this is kind of hilarious. These are my friends holding up phones, and then it cuts to.
Oh, our group. It looks like they're filming
like,
us.
yeah. Those are my bridesmaids. The locker room does look so pretty when everything is lit up
Yeah.
and all the photos are up.
I love that they showed Kelsey's 9 to 5, and I wish they would have gone more in depth with more people with their 9, because I feel like, and I think so many people were willing to show what they did full time, and I think that attests to more as what we are as women than just seeing us in uniform. So I wish that was a really great clip, and I wish they would have done a little more of that. Oh, yeah, we're going back now.
This timeline is not real.
Fake news.
It's alternate universe. Yeah, this happened in training camp before we even made the team.
Why don't they call it captains and co-captains? Leaders and second leaders is so awkward to me.
I don't know. I don't even know. What
Is
to
it a drill
speculate
team
on.
thing?
In drill team, we were called captains,
And co-captains.
and then captain. Well, I guess if you had a co-captain, but we didn't. We had captain, and then first lieutenant, and then junior lieutenants. Okay, I was in their group for 2 years, and they're hilarious.
I can imagine.
Kelsey and Jada together is so funny. It's like two completely opposite personalities, but I love them both.
Oh, this is the game day practice right here.
See, now we fast forward it.
Yeah.
Now we're in football season.
Oh, there's a lot of people going
Wait, did
that
you
way.
see me run away? Rewind.
There's a lot of people
Oh, wait, come
running
back.
that way.
What?
There's a lot of y'all going that way.
Yeah, and we're all the tall girls, so we're trying to get through everybody out because we're in the outer circle there.
They're even showing this backwards. Why are we not ready for the game? Hmm. They're literally the same person. It's crazy.
It is.
I do relate to all of this that she says.
You feel old at 24?
I feel behind in life.
Oh, girl, I'm 30, about to be 32, and I feel behind in life too.
You're about to be 32?
Yes. How old do you think I was?
30?
You met me at 30.
You were just stuck there in my head. Just
Permanently
30.
That would be nice. I wish.
She's like, but why does it have to be that way?
Okay, but my mom got married at 19, had me at 20. How old was your mom?
When my mama had me, she was 33.
Okay, never mind.
But she was married younger. I don't know when though. I don't know when.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 32. I just got married at 31. I don't have any kids. I also feel behind. She's 24 years old.
I feel behind. Side eye.
I think we plan for life.
Oh yeah.
And we expect certain things out of life, and it never goes the way that you plan it
Not
or
at all.
expect
Not
it
even
to.
slightly.
I feel like we all try to control it, and it just, what's going to happen is going to happen. And
I also think goals are so evolving. You know, just so evolving.
Yeah, and I feel like just as a culture where, I mean, everyone used to have kids really young and get
Really,
married
really young.
really young.
I mean, well, if you look at our team, everyone's still married pretty young. Most of our team is engaged. There's still a lot, though. And I also feel like there's a lot of engagements that happen throughout the year on DCC.
I do think when the girls make DCC, whoever they're with usually
Tries to lock it down.
tries to lock that down.
Not in my case. That's
Shut up.
It's a free for all here.
Yeah, that's so funny. She's like, what? I haven't cleaned my ears.
They got it. Yeah, that was my mommy too.
And my mommy.
I felt that.
Oh my God, baby Judy.
Wait. Yeah. How come I didn't notice that? Look at her. Aww.
Look at her go. Oh my God, I think that's
A
just the
ponytail?
80s. The 80s.
Oh, there's Bram Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Ooh. Wait, it was back and forward and back or something. I don't know.
Look at
There's a lot
that
happening.
energy. I feel like the energy comes out of those big pom-poms.
Hip. Okay, hip.
All right. And bop.
I think military tour is the best thing about being an NFL cheerleader, and it sucks that this team, America's team, stopped that for so long, and they just got it back because it was like,
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I would
Still.
have loved to do that too. That I'm sure is a life-changing moment
out of
for
all of
everybody, yeah.
everything I've done on the NFL, that was the best thing.
So this is back in training. Why are we back in training camp? This is them picking out group leaders.
Oh, we voted, yeah.
It's so interesting that they would show the votes on camera.
I miss this. I agree.
There's Jessica.
So we had first leaders and no groups. They were just appointed to run. Okay, got it. I didn't think about that.
This is like way early in training camp.
This was very early.
This is the day they announced the groups. Because they first announced second group leaders, and then they announced all the groups.
Yeah, I remember this. She's so tall.
I do love Megan.
She's such a good dancer.
She is. Her and her brother.
Superstars.
Twins.
They are.
It's a great
Which
question.
is interesting because that meeting that they had, I thought that was after she didn't get leadership. But that was like, what, 2 episodes ago? I'm so confused on this timeline.
That meeting that they had was before they announced group leaders this year.
Okay.
I think she was hoping for second group leader first. It's a great description of what it's like in training camp. I missed 2 of the proposals this year.
Oh, me too.
Both out of town on both of those engagements. But I'm
Same.
glad I was there for Marissa's.
Yeah, same. I miss both of these too. This is so cute. This is so perfect. Oh, it's so sweet. She just oh, how sweet. I think we were in Austin for this, for Marissa's
Oh my God,
engagement
that's exactly where
party.
we were.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. None of us were there. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there it is in the background. I can officially say my cake was on Netflix.
Featured on Netflix.
Featured on Netflix.
Space engineering. You know, we also have a space engineering company coming very soon, also called Boot Buddies. So that's true. We're on our way out, and that's what we're doing next.
We're going to be discovering some planets here soon.
Yeah, the planet soon. So get on our
Kerbal Space
level.
Program.
Yeah. Kidding. Space engineering.
I'm so glad she went though.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm single as a Pringle.
Single as a Pringle.
Tell him, child. Say high five.
I think this year in general was just much simpler.
Because we didn't have
our
as many
rookie
halftimes.
year.
Yeah.
Our rookie year, I think we were all like this.
We did every single halftime, and I learned so much
5
choreography at work.
halftimes.
I did an interview the other day, And she's like, tell me something about like being a preschool teacher and being a DCC. And like while my kids would be napping, I would put up my phone and learn the choreography. So the room is dark, kids are on their mats sleeping, and I'm like in the room dancing, trying to figure out the choreography to all these halftimes that we had to do. I remember, what was it? It was the first time we did our rookie season alumni. Judy was like, if this was an audition, I would have cut
All of you.
I would have cut most of you because you didn't know it. I was like, yep, and I would have walked out proudly because
Like,
I didn't
yep,
have time to
count me
learn
out.
it. I didn't have time to learn it.
No.
Like, they sent it, 2 days ago, and I worked both of those days.
I'm at work and I get 2 hour, 3 hour notification. Hey guys, here's the dance. Come knowing it.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, all right, I'm in an office. I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
15-minute bathroom break.
Yeah.
What are you doing in the bathroom 15 minutes? Well, I'm trying to learn a 2-minute routine.
in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes. And then learning it on a drive from Dallas to practice in Frisco, which is a
That's so
hazard to my life.
You're being pulled over.
Man, what are you doing?
Literally.
I've been learning choreo.
I've been learning the choreo.
That's
yeah,
true.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably why I chose to make that doc in the first place, is because I feel like trying to gather videos as the year goes on, like we already have all that footage. We should already be able to access it.
Have it, yeah.
That way we can learn it ahead of time, on our own schedule. And I think that really helped this year, hopefully, to a lot of the girls.
Yeah, no, I think it was helpful. Everything was in one place, too. Yeah.
We already had it.
Having practice every single night is not always necessary. I feel like sometimes we would go there and twiddle our thumbs.
I agree. Especially if, well, I think you and I have talked about this before, but we know they're going to be home games, and we know the schedule of the season. We know when games are going to be home. When we get into training camp, we should get a schedule of all of the quarter changes that we're picking for every game, because that would make it so much more productive.
Okay, well, maybe people don't know that, is that we have a lot of practices because the dances, the quarter changes, we have to rehearse those, and sometimes we don't get those till the week of the game.
Yes.
But yeah, it'd be nice.
We'll be going
to have
into
them ahead
practice
of time.
on Monday, and we'll usually get a text the day before or the day of saying, these are the dances for this week. And so then we have to show up on Monday pretty much knowing the dance. Even if we haven't done it in like 2.5, 3 months, a lot of us show up and try to figure it out right there, and we spend that time cleaning. I think it would be a lot more productive when we could probably cut down on some of those practices. Like I said, if we have, here's the schedule of all the quarter changes, that way months in advance we know what they are going into that week.
And not only that, you could still take out here and there if we got new choreography and you like that better. You can always do that, but having something concrete would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of information just nowadays on technology that could be, I mean, we know what's coming, I think is my point. We know what's coming. It's going to be games. We're going to be there. And we're going to do the same elements, which are 4 dances for quarter changes: Thunder, Baby I'm a Star, Player Entrance, and then tags. We know what's coming. So how can we plan ahead for the year and have us be more prepared ahead of time so that we can have more freedom on our end to manage our own time and come more prepared? Because I feel like...
Do you think it's right to be required to come to practice prepared?
Okay, that's a great question. If we are required to have full-time jobs or jobs outside of DCC, because DCC is considered a part-time job, then practice should be spent for learning, reviewing, and all of that, versus coming to practice already knowing choreo or already knowing the cleans. That's what I think, and there should be more grace given to us coming straight from work with the information just being communicated coming from their day jobs. We're going to spend this time spending on it. If this was treated more of what I think it is a full-time, almost a full-time job, where those hours that we are required to spend learning the choreo or practicing the choreo outside of DCC before we even get to practice, then
Very different, yeah.
Then it's different. But we don't clock those hours.
I don't know what it was for though, but I remember us having a chunk of time off and we had to come back knowing stuff. And okay, if we can clock totally understandable. But for the most part, it was very stressful working and getting a video a few days before and trying to figure out when you're going to learn it. But to be like, come knowing it, it means that you can turn on the music and I can do it. That's what knowing it means.
Yeah.
I agree. Practice should be that. Practice.
Mm-hmm. But it's hard to call it that when in training camp they're specifically putting girls under pressure, seeing who's going to come out on top.
Yeah.
With those pressures put on them. Getting notification. That's the thing. Like getting notifications hours before something, or full info the day before. That is so hard. I mean, all of us probably have our lives scheduled to literally a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to freak out and figure out, oh my God, how am I going to fit this in? And then that's where we start making a lot of the sacrifices in our lives. So it's that last minute reaction. I call it reactionary planning versus effective.
Yeah, pre-planning.
Pre-planning.
Yeah.
It's hard to live with while being on this team.
I agree.
What is the temperature?
That was a hot day.
96 degrees Fahrenheit.
You know what I love is when you look at the temperature, it's like, it's 96, but it feels like 110. And I'm like, if it feels like 110, then why isn't it 110?
110.
Because it definitely feels like 110.
Yeah, they got us off the music here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're off the music. It's hard to watch.
Okay, something about the way that field is positioned with the buildings, the wind, when it
It's
blows,
so intense.
is insane on one side, just because of how the buildings are blocking or navigating the wind. And when you're dancing with your hair down on this field and you go into that corner, you're literally like this the entire time. You can't see
It's bad.
a thing.
But even when you're like really
eating
wide,
hair.
you're like, oh, let me hold my balance. I remember this day, and I remember it because I was a hot mess.
Wait, this is from this dance. This?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sweating. There we go. Oh, this is when they turned off the music.
Oh, yeah. Practice.
Were you nervous that they were about to do that at the game? It was one of the games where I was nervous they were going to do that.
I kind of felt like, especially with cameras there, I was like,
Are they going to do this to us?
are they trying to do this? But then again, I was like, but then we wouldn't have to do kick lines. So there could be some beauty in this. Whew,
Those
they
jump
couldn't have
splits
picked
make me...
They couldn't pick a different clip. All the ones we took.
Those jump splits make my heart hurt because those girls are like landing on bent knees.
Bent knees, no technique whatsoever, just
Ow.
jumping
Ow.
and falling. Also landing on your heel like that. Oh,
This is the first game, Yellow Roses, okay.
yeah.
Now we're officially out of training camp.
Never know. We
2
could,
episodes left.
we could go back. We could go back.
But what do you do to prep for a game?
Oh man, to prep for a game on Saturday, I'm taking a slow day. I am drinking lots of water and hydrating. I am eating pretty light in the morning. Like I'll have like a normal breakfast, a salad for lunch, and then for dinner, I always went to Fiata and got the big bowl of marinara pasta with meatballs. She had a carb up before the game. I packed my bag the night before. It takes me about 6 to 7 hours to do my hair. So usually I'd start doing my hair around like 1 or 2 p.m. That way I could do my hair and it could be dry at a decent time. So yeah, that was my game day prep. Usually if there's anything I needed, like my eyebrows done, I would do all that in the morning, or whatever I needed to pack in my bag, I would just try to get that early in the morning, start on hair early so that I can go to bed by at least 9 or 10 o'clock to wake up at 4 or 5 to refresh my hair, put on my makeup, and get on the bus. What did you do to prep for games?
Pretty much very similar to what you did. I started drinking Pedialyte 2 days before the game. So lots of water, lots of Pedialyte, literally just overloading my body with electrolytes.
I told someone, I said, probably in the whole 4-hour game day, you probably have a 3-minute break.
Yeah, I think that's about correct.
Yeah, a 3-minute break.
But yeah, we can't sit down and really drink water. I think we had a talking to once when...
Or just sit. You can't just...
No, we are up dancing the whole time. And I think that's what people don't really realize is that we are up dancing literally the entire game.
Time. And you don't, that meal you have at 10 a.m. or whatnot, that is lasting you through the entire game till you finish.
Yeah. I'm not joking when I overload my body on electrolytes because I wouldn't make it through the game if I didn't. And so that's step one. Then I would try to eat healthier leading up to the game and then try to eat a lot of carbs the day before, just like you, the pasta. For me, it was probably lots of bread because I love bread.
I love bread.
I love bread. And potatoes, love potatoes. I'm just not a morning person. I am not a morning. I desperately want to be a morning person. No matter how often I try, I am not a morning person. Just don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
I feel like there's so many times, like, making it to the bus, you were just, like, making it by the hair on your chin. We'd be like, where's Z?
Z's gonna be there on the dot that I'm told to be there. Literally, the clock strikes 6 a.m. I am pulling up and parking at 6 a.m. because that's when I'm told to be there. I am not a morning person. I'm not. And the morning games were so hard for me because I am a night owl naturally. And Preston was always like, you gotta go to bed at like 8 p.m. Who goes to sleep at 8 p.m.? I'm sorry. I can't.
Even when I would get in bed at like 8 p.m., I couldn't sleep.
No, I would just lie there and toss and turn, and then I can't fall asleep, and then I'm getting frustrated. I can't fall asleep, and I would get up and go do something.
Yeah.
And then it's like 1 a.m.
Now you got 3 hours to sleep.
And now I got 3 hours of sleep. But yeah, so the morning games were really tough. But let's just call it my 3 p.m. games are my favorite. 3 p.m. are my favorite. I could go to sleep at my normal time and then where my body likes to go to sleep and then wake up in the morning and not feel rushed. Those are the games that I really enjoyed because then I can be at home and eat my breakfast, and I can't eat a lot before the game either because going back to kind of what we said.
It feels so
bad.
Yeah.
And so if it's a morning game, I don't eat. I wake up, I take my coffee, I drink my water, and then I'm on an empty stomach getting through game day practice all the way until we try to eat lunch. Mm-hmm. But even then I can't eat because it's too early.
It's too early, yeah.
I try to do as much as I can the night before so that in the mornings, if it's morning games, I just like pop out of bed and then I just get dressed and then makeup hair go.
Mm-hmm. Do your usually close to your full face of makeup before you get on the bus. You practice sweat all off and then go back in the locker room and redo that face of hair and makeup for the game.
That's when we start curling your hair 5 times a day and why it's all breaking.
Yeah.
But we all find ways around it.
We do.
Every time she started crying, I started crying.
I'm not a crier. So sad, But I mean, I guess going into your first game. Aww. That is exciting as a rookie. I remember our rookie when we were praying in our circle. We were standing there, like my head down, and I just feel someone pulling the stars off of my belt and putting them back. And I turn around and Kelly goes, "Why are your stars bigger than the belt?"
You gave it to me.
This is what you gave me. This is what you gave me.
This is what you gave
She's
me.
Like, you might need to fix that. We're praying, and I just feel the stars coming on and off my.
You know what I call it? Whenever you just randomly get like tabbed by Kelly, I call it being pulled over.
It is like by the cops, literally.
You just like get pulled over. You don't know what you did wrong.
Yeah, you're just like.
But you get pulled over.
You're on track, and then it's like, what is happening?
And then you get flagged.
You get flagged.
Excuse me.
Here, I'm doing all the stretches.
Yeah, all
Up
the
and down.
stretches. I think because that hallway is so cold, and we walk out, and then I'm trying to keep my muscles warm. Just talking about games, when the cameras weren't there, how much stuff happened during the season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was a really good episode.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Ooh, all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was episode 5. You want to do the honors this time?
Please comment, like, and subscribe as we move on to episode 6.
Thank you guys for watching.